7 fruits that could affect your leg strength after 50 and better options. Ever find yourself wondering why, even though you're eating right, staying active, and doing everything by the book, your legs just don't feel as strong as they once did? Why do stairs feel a little harder to climb these days? Why does it take a bit longer to get up from your cozy recliner? Is it just aging at work? Or could something else be quietly holding you back? Here's where it gets eye-opening. The issue might not be what you're not doing, it could be something you're doing every single day, thinking it's healthy, without realizing the impact it's having. For those of us in our 50s and beyond, we often make a subtle but important mistake daily. And we do it with full confidence, convinced we're making smart choices. We've grown up hearing that fruits are nature's perfect food, natural, wholesome, and bursting with benefits. And most of the time, that's true. But there's a hidden truth not many talk about. Some fruits aren't as friendly to your body as you age. In fact, certain fruits you eat regularly, the ones you pick up without a second thought, might be gradually weakening your legs, causing knee discomfort, increasing joint inflammation, or making walking feel like more of a chore. Those healthy fruits could actually be working against your mobility, balance, and leg strength. As we move into our middle years, our bodies go through changes. Our circulation slows down, our metabolism isn't as quick, and the foods that used to energize us can start to cause problems, especially certain fruits. They may seem harmless, taste delicious, and feel like a wise choice for a snack, but some are packed with acids, sugars, or compounds that can spike blood sugar, irritate joints, or drain your leg strength. The worst part? The effects build so gradually that you don't notice until one day you feel a sudden pang in your calves, a lingering ache in your thighs, or an odd tightness in your knees after a short stroll. Today, I'm going to walk you through 7 fruits that anyone over 50 should reconsider, especially if you want to safeguard your legs from long-term discomfort, weakness, or damage. These fruits aren't as innocent as they appear. And once you hear the facts, you'll see your fruit bowl in a whole new light. Stay with me until the end if you're committed to keeping your legs strong, stable, and pain-free. Your body might be ready for this reality check. Before we jump in, if you care about your health, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'm here to share the truths that don't always get attention. And let me know you're with me. Leave a 1 in the comments if this hits home, or a 0 if it doesn't. Your input means more than you realize. Let's kick things off with the first fruit on the list, one that's often celebrated for reducing inflammation but could be having the opposite effect for those over 50. Let's dive into pineapple. 1. Pineapple, the silent inflammation trigger. Pineapple, juicy, tropical, and refreshing. For years, it's been celebrated as a natural anti-inflammatory thanks to an enzyme called bromelain. But here's the catch: for middle-aged adults, pineapple might be quietly stirring up trouble. It's packed with natural sugars and strong acids, and those aren't as harmless as they seem once you're past 50. As we age, our blood vessels become more delicate. They don't handle sugar spikes as well as they used to. Pineapple, despite its benefits, delivers a hefty dose of natural sugar that can send your blood sugar soaring. Those spikes can damage the tiny blood vessels that feed your legs, feet, and muscles. Over time, this weakens circulation, meaning less oxygen gets to your legs. The result? Pain, fatigue, and swelling. That dull ache in your legs after a short walk, the stiffness in your knees when you stand, or the sudden ankle discomfort even after a day of rest. Pineapple could be a culprit. And it's not just the sugar. Pineapple's acidity can irritate joints, especially if you're already dealing with arthritis or inflammation. It's like adding fuel to a smoldering fire in your ankles, hips, or knees. Some folks even notice their legs feel heavier after eating pineapple, like their strength is slipping away bit by bit. If you're on medications, especially blood thinners, bromelain can interact with them, making them too strong or too weak. The sneakiest part? Pineapple doesn't cause obvious, immediate side effects. There's no flashing warning sign or sudden pain. Instead, the damage builds slowly until you realize you can't move as easily as you once did. Most of us don't connect the dots between the fruit we eat for health and the leg weakness we feel year after year. So what can you do? You don't have to swear off pineapple forever. But be mindful, especially if you've been grappling with persistent leg pain or unexplained swelling. The harm is subtle but real. If a fruit like pineapple, known for its anti-inflammatory powers, can be this tough on aging legs, what about the next one? It's soft, sweet, and famous for boosting muscle strength with potassium, but it might be letting you down. Let's talk about bananas. 2. Bananas. The muscle imposter. Bananas soft, sweet, and potassium-rich. They're a go-to snack, praised for giving you energy, preventing cramps, and supporting muscles. But for those of us over 50, the story's a bit different. Bananas are loaded with natural sugars and fast-digesting carbs, which means they spike your blood sugar right after you eat them. Over time, frequent spikes can make your body less responsive to insulin, weakening blood flow and increasing inflammation, especially in your legs. This can show up as a dull soreness when you walk or climb stairs, a heavy feeling in your legs after meals, or stiffness in your calves. And there's more. Bananas can cause fluid retention, especially if you have heart issues, leading to swollen feet, stiff joints, or puffy ankles. The effect is quiet. You eat bananas thinking they're helping your muscles, but they might be slowly draining your strength. The worst part? The impact isn't immediate. It builds over time, making movement harder and more painful. If you often feel heavy, achy, or swollen legs, take a look at your fruit plate. Bananas might not be the friendly ally they seem. So what's next? If bananas, known for muscle support, can cause trouble, what about something smaller and seemingly harmless? Let's talk about grapes. 3. Grapes. Small fruit, big inflammation. Grapes tiny, juicy, and easy to pop as a snack. They've got a great reputation, heart healthy, full of antioxidants. But here's what most people don't know. For middle-aged adults, grapes can trigger mild leg pain, stiffness, and inflammation. Why? They're high in fructose, a sugar that your liver processes directly. When your liver can't keep up, fructose turns into fat and uric acid. And that's where the trouble starts, especially in your toes, ankles, and knees. Uric acid builds up in your joints, causing burning, swelling, or aching pain that makes even a light walk feel tough. Ever had a sharp pain in your big toe at night or sudden calf stiffness? A handful of grapes could be pushing your uric acid levels up. Plus, fructose feeds chronic inflammation, slowing your movements and adding pressure and stiffness. Grapes are also easy to overeat. They're small, light, and before you know it, you've downed 2 or 3 cups, piling on the sugar. So, while grapes might seem like a healthy snack, they could be quietly weakening your legs, reducing flexibility, and making movement less comfortable as you age. If you've been munching grapes regularly and noticing more stiffness or swelling, it's time to rethink your choices. But grapes aren't the only juicy fruit to watch out for. The next one's vibrant, hydrating, and feels like a summer treat, but it's hiding a sugary secret. Let's talk about watermelon. 4. Watermelon. The fake hydrator. Watermelon light, refreshing, the poster child for summer hydration. It feels safe, low calorie, mostly water, perfect for staying hydrated. But here's the hidden truth. Watermelon has a sky-high glycemic index, meaning it spikes your blood sugar fast, almost like eating candy. For those of us over 50, those sugar spikes do real damage, especially to our legs. When your blood sugar surges, your body pumps out insulin. But aging bodies don't regulate insulin as well. This triggers inflammation, particularly in areas with poor circulation like your calves, ankles, and knees. You might feel leg fatigue right after eating, a dull ache during short walks, or persistent ankle swelling. Climbing stairs starts to feel like scaling a peak. Watermelon's light texture is deceptive. It's a sugar trap that wears down your legs over time. Because it's so juicy, most of us eat a lot of it. 1 slice turns into 3. That's more sugar, more stress, and more inflammation. You think you're hydrating, but your blood sugar's spiking, your circulation's struggling, and your legs are paying the price. If your legs have been feeling extra tired lately, it might be time to rethink that watermelon wedge. Next up is a fruit tied to health and immunity, but it could be attacking your joints. Let's talk about oranges. 5. Oranges. The acidic joint attacker. Oranges bright, fresh, and everywhere, from juices to breakfast plates. They're famous for vitamin C and boosting immunity. But for those over 50, oranges might be hiding a harsh truth. Their acidity can wreak havoc on your joints. That citrus zing comes from citric acid, which can quietly irritate joints, especially if you're already dealing with inflammation, stiffness, or arthritis. You might notice gradual knee stiffness in the morning, lingering hip pain, or discomfort in your legs after sitting too long. You might chalk it up to aging, but that daily glass of orange juice could be fueling the pain you're trying to avoid. Citric acid doesn't just stay in your stomach, it enters your bloodstream and can irritate your joints' delicate tissues. Combined with the fruit's natural sugars, it causes blood sugar swings that spark body-wide inflammation, making every step feel heavier in your knees, ankles, and calves. Oranges aren't bad for younger folks, but for those of us with aging joints and slower circulation, the effects build quietly. The hardest part? You're eating them thinking they're good for you. If you've been sipping orange juice every morning, it might be time to reconsider. The next fruit looks crisp and low sugar, but it's hiding a painful secret. Let's talk about green apples. 6. Green apples. The hidden leg pain trigger. Green apples crisp, clean, and less sweet than their red cousins. They seem like a safe, healthy snack, especially for those watching their sugar intake. But most people don't know that green apples can quietly cause fatigue, stiffness, and leg pain in middle-aged adults. The culprits? Malic acid and hidden natural sugars. Malic acid gives green apples their tart bite, but it can be tough on aging digestion. As we get older, our gut lining gets more sensitive, and malic acid can irritate tissues, including your joints. Some folks feel hip or thigh pain after eating green apples. Others notice a warm sensation in their feet or tight knees. It's slow, but over time, the acid builds up, and the pain becomes more frequent. Even though they're less sweet, green apples still have natural sugars that spike blood sugar in slower metabolisms, leading to tired calves, swelling, or morning stiffness. Because they're often eaten raw as a snack or before bed, their effects linger. They look pure and healthy, but for aging bodies, green apples might be stiffening your joints, making walking harder, and disrupting your rest. If a simple fruit like this can cause trouble, what about a sweet, tropical favorite? Let's talk about mango. 7. Mango. The sugar explosion. Mango juicy, soft, and like candy in fruit form. It's a summer favorite for many. But here's the hard truth. Mango might be one of the worst fruits for middle-aged adults with joint pain or leg weakness. Why? It's a sugar powerhouse, delivering a natural sugar punch that sends your blood sugar rocketing. If you're active and under 30, your body might handle that spike. But after 50, your metabolism slows, and that sugar rush triggers an insulin spike and crash, sparking inflammation in your joints, especially around your ankles, hips, and knees. You might feel a burning sensation in your toes, persistent tingling, evening swelling, or a heavy feeling in your legs, especially if you have nerve issues. Mango's light, fresh taste makes it easy to eat too much, but your body feels the sugar's impact, no matter how refreshing it seems. Over time, that sugar can lead to joint pain, slower walking, and unsteady legs. Many enjoy mangoes as a natural treat, but natural doesn't always mean safe for aging joints and weaker circulation. Now you've got the full picture. These 7 fruits, despite their health halos, have hidden downsides for those over 50. Healthier alternatives. What to eat instead. Now that you know which fruits to limit, let's talk about what you can eat to keep your legs strong and pain-free. The right fruits don't just satisfy, they support your body. First up, berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. These little gems are low in sugar, high in antioxidants, and powerful anti-inflammatories. They're gentle on blood sugar and boost circulation, especially in your legs, helping you move easier, reduce stiffness, and easing swelling. Next, cherries, cherries, but in moderation. Cherries can lower uric acid, reducing the risk of gout and joint pain flare-ups. A small serving can soothe sore joints and ease that burning in your knees or toes. Then there's avocado. Yes, it's a fruit, and one of the best for joint health. Its healthy fats reduce inflammation and cushion your joints, while keeping blood sugar stable for steady energy. Looking for something easy to digest? Try papaya. Its enzymes reduce inflammation and aid digestion, making it gentle on your stomach and joints. And don't forget pears, eat them with a bit of fiber or fat. Like nuts or cheese, they're subtly sweet, fueling your body without stressing your legs. These fruits work with your body, not against it. They don't cause pain or swelling, they promote strength, balance, and ease. Final thoughts. Choosing fruit isn't just about eating healthy, it's about picking what's right for your body at this stage of life. When you make those choices, you'll feel it: stronger steps, smoother movements, and brighter mornings. If you've made it this far, I know you care about your health, your strength, and your future. Hear this clearly. It's not too late to make a change. You're not alone in this. Aging is tough. Pain, stiffness, and the worry of losing mobility sneak up on you. But you can take control with small, smart choices, one fruit at a time. The fruits we've covered aren't bad, they're just not ideal for you right now. Aging isn't about giving up, it's about getting wiser. When you choose foods that support your strength, circulation, and joints, you'll feel the difference: less pain, more ease, lighter steps, and clearer mornings. I want to hear from you. What did you learn today? What's one change you're ready to try? Share it in the comments. Let's lift each other up. If this opened your eyes even a little, give it a like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay in the loop on health tips that matter. Before you go, drop a 1 if this helped, or a 0 if not. Your voice counts. Stay strong, stay curious, and remember, your legs carry your independence.